Oh, Boomboy's coming to the pits,
Boomboy...
so Casper is going to be leading us.
Is he going to be able to serve his drive-through here, though? Because I think it's all drivers have to be over the line, is it not?
That's a good point, actually.
Is he going to be able to serve his drive-through? I think he is.
Casper, though, or Christella, sorry, is not done. She's going to send one down the inside of Luca Rosman and has got it done.
I mean, this
but will she be able to keep that Ferrari behind?
Straight to DRS.
Dodo is having a look on Javelin the Williams. Round the outside of turn 1 and tier 2. Turn 2, sorry, not tier 2. Did I say tier 2?
Casper tries to hook it. Yeah, I think he might have. Casper does look to the outside, then switches to the inside. But comes out worse off in that battle, so he is going to be demoted into P9. Still making up 4 positions from where he started though, so not a terrible start from the Alfa Romeo driver. That was a Christella has spun.
Oh
Christella
no!
Spun in turn 1. That has demoted Christella down into P7, who's currently going side by side with the Mercedes. Mercedes hooks it around the inside. Christella looks to fight it on the outside. It's just a matter of who's going to get the better exit, as the Red Bull is going to have the inside line coming into turn 6. Christella, who's going to be later on the brakes, Christella hangs it round the inside.
Contact, I think.
Slight wheel banging there, but I do think that the Mercedes has got the better run out of that corner after that slight contact and does stay in front.
Christella is going side by side though with Arkeen, and Christella now with a lovely move into turn 16, it must have been said, to just, you know, hold it wide and then go tighter into the corner. Christella has now broken that Mercedes sandwich and is now going to be trying to chase down. But yeah, Arkeen going down the inside. But Christella then has the inside for the next turn and is going to stay in front. And it looks like the 2 Mercedes are going to battle now.
In Division 3, did a slightly alternative strategy of going medium-soft. So maybe we are going to see some drivers copy that potentially. And maybe
Arkeen has decided to retire in the pits. And I saw Dodo and Boomboy going side by side as well. Ayahushka has kind of been tapped around there by Alejandro. So maybe Ayahushka will be reporting that, or even Alejandro. But one of them is going to be reporting that, I do believe.
0 and Koi's is a 137.8 with the biggest gain actually in
Corbian has spun around. Corbian just got spun around by Asteroid, and I think he might have reset to track. You just out of your pure opinion.
Yeah, I can see why people would probably want to see him after this race, but no, I just think that this is a division for him, and I think that he's just put in a very, very good race so far, and even his teammate, 7 seconds to P3 is also impressive from his teammate as well, who is obviously only a reserve, so putting in a good performance potentially for a receipt, which is literally just around this corner. He's going to have more speed going into that corner just because of the higher grip of those softs.
Using the phrase around the corner to the literal extreme.
And does pass with relative ease Koi. So the majority of the time game for Casper will be in the corners just because obviously the soft is the faster compound, so
yeah, at the moment
we'll be able to extend that gap further and further. But
Malachi is going side by side by H8 Gamer. There's a bit of contact, but Malachi holds it down the inside of the Aston Martin, and that is the Mercedes up into P6. Sorry to cut you off. And there was a spin in the back there for Corbian. And Alejandro has got past.
So it is looking like it might be a Ferrari 1-2.
It's about a 3-way battle here between Corbian, Alejandro, and Ayahushka. It looks, I think what happened is Ayahushka tried to make a move, or he made the move on Alejandro and then tried to make the move on Corbian, but Corbian just was able to stay in front.
If we go down to
it's like Malachi and Boomboy are having a battle between them two.
Yeah, I was going to say Malachi and Boomboy. Boomboy is ahead going into the corner. I think Malachi braked slightly later.
Yeah, he
there.
did. It was quite a bit later, actually.
Which obviously is good for corner entry, but not very good for corner exit. But he does get a better turn out of turn 6. Obviously, then that allows him to get more momentum into this section.
Cristela is within DRS range as well. Now no longer is. I think Cristela had a snap. But we're going to look at the front here.
Turn our attention to CASPER. He has had a absolutely incredible race with a correct strategy and comes home to win the China Grand Prix in Division 2, taking home a nice 25 points for the Scuderia and himself.
But
on the soft,
the 5 red lights have gone off though for the sprint, and its lights off and his foot to the floor, and looks like Luca Rosman got a terrible start there. And he's been swallowed off the start, and he's moved down like 4 positions there. And there is Nick, I think, going down the inside of his own teammate, maybe seeing if he can get past the Ferrari as well. He's going to go round the outside of the Ferrari. He's taken a very wide line, though, and he has lost out a little bit to that. And he's been tapped round by the AlphaTauri there, and I think he's out of the race as well. Nick has DNF, so has Corbian, and that is not what Nick would have wanted, and I'm pretty sure that will be seen by the stewards, and there is indeed a safety car.
Looking at the front field battle, but I'm not. Oh wait, it was only a VSC actually, and it
was only a VSC. Oh, okay, we're back racing then. Luca Rosman has made up a position off that thing. Even I would have been goal lacking there. But Luca Rosman going to let's go down the outside. But look at the front there. CASPER has broken very late there, and it was 3 wide momentarily. CASPER is going to be overtaken by Koi. However, CASPER is still going to be side by side with them. Is he going to try anything into turn 16? No, he doesn't, and he actually gets overtaken by Javel in the other Williams. Koi is our new race leader, being closely followed by Boomboy in P2. Will Boomboy be able to actually overtake the Alpine in front and be able to get a possible win? We see there Asteroid going down the inside of the Ferraris as well as he taps CASPER a little bit. Luca Rosman trying to fend off the McLaren, but the McLaren has so much more traction around the outside. And I think he's just going to get past the Ferrari once again into turn 6, though, who's going to be latest on the brakes. And I think it was Asteroid there as he is momentarily ahead of the Ferrari. However, gets a little bit of oversteer out of turn 6, and he has to say goodbye to P5 at the moment. Well, Boomboy is looking very close to Koi. Boomboy going to switch to the outside and is already passed into the braking zone. And the Williams of Javel got really close to the back of the Alpine there, but Boomboy is now the new race leader. Asteroid has made a double overtake on the Ferraris as well, Asteroid. And CASPER and both of them are going to go side by side into turn 16. I don't know if there was contact there, but Asteroid now losing out to the other Ferrari as well, and may even be overtaken by Cristela as Koi has retaken the lead around the outside of the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin is still going to try and hold it down the inside into turn 2, and he's now going to have the outside line for turn 3. Koi does have the better line, but he gets a little bit out of shape, but that is just enough though, and Boomboy has to stay behind for the time being. Boomboy as well has dropped into P3. I think he had a bit of a moment going into turn 9, and you can see there CASPER getting very close, and Asteroid goes very deep into the hairpin there and has lost out to Cristela, and Marchmeister is going to be there, behind the McLaren as Asteroid goes quite wide out of turn 16, and he's going to have DRS though on the Red Bull. However, is he going to try and make a move? Cristela moves off last minute, and Asteroid has to then quickly switch to the outside, but Asteroid isn't able to make a move on the Red Bull just yet.
And be able to make a move. Is he going to burn? I don't think he is going to burn, but
he's going to stick with DRS power, but Boomboy is going side by side with Javel.
But we do have to look at the DRS advantages though, and Javel is only on 10%.
That is true.
So Javel is having to burn to keep these cars behind, whereas CASPER is on 40%. So it might be a matter of conserving your ERS just to make a move.
Luca Rosman, and is Luca Rosman now going to think that he's going to give the position back? We'll see what he does. He is going to stick with the slipstream of Boomboy, so maybe he is thinking that he wants to fight with his teammate. But CASPER is already past the Ferrari, and I don't even think the Ferrari was trying to fight that. However, we see CASPER diving one down the inside there, seeing if he can make a position on Koi. Wasn't able to, but now Javel and Luca Rosman go side by side through turn 16. Javel stays in front of the Ferrari, but the Ferrari now is having a little bit of a battle back on that Williams, and is past the Williams before turn 1. So Casper and Luca Rosman just swapping positions. We also see Asteroid and Christella going side by side through turn 2. And turn 3 is going to be a good run for Asteroid. However, does Christella have the better exits? And I think she does. And Christella is past the McLaren, and I don't think there was any other position changes there. And
as Boomboy gets no DRS, and these two cars are charging up to go to the inside, and Casper looks for a move, can't make it happen there.
Corey is very close to passing Boomboy though.
He's going to go to this other DRS straight. It's just going to be
a spin there at the back. I think there's a spin.
I think there might have been the clip at the hairpin, which is unfortunate for those drivers involved.
Koi is retaking the lead into turns 1 and 2, and he does keep it. However, Boomboy though is looking down the inside, almost pushing the Alpine out the way, just saying, "I'm here. I do need space." But Koi is going to keep P1.
Who probably wouldn't ordinarily get points running in those positions will get points, but Koi does not have DRS, and are the Aston and Ferrari going to be able to make a move?
But Casper isn't going to look for that move. Boomboy does actually go a little bit wide as he is expected, and Casper is going to burn right to the line, but Boomboy takes the win at China. Casper only has to settle for P2. Koi finishes in P3 and Luca Rosman finishes in P4.